Hey everyone, good afternoon, good evening, good afternoon, depends on when you're joining us, where you're joining us from. Welcome to the Dream.Us New Scholar Office Hours. This is our third one that we've done. We've been doing one of these every Wednesday for the past 3 Wednesdays. So we're really glad you can join us. Basically, this is a very informal hangout. You're just hanging out with some of the Dream.Us staff. You can come off mute if you want and talk to us or say hi, introduce yourself in the chat. We're just taking some time to get to know you over the summer before you start college with us. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And while I'm doing that, I have 2 of my colleagues on with me. So Elena Solario is our Director of Scholarships. She's the queen of all things getting your scholarship paid. And she will be answering most of the questions you have about the program guide. Also, we have Haim Lee, who is our Director of Programs and Evaluation, and she also manages our New York colleges as well as the Opportunity colleges. So if you're from New York or part of the Opportunity program with us today, Haim is your go-to person. All right, so let's get going. And if you haven't joined one of these before, my name is Sadhana Singh. I'm also a former recipient of this scholarship, just like you. I graduated in 2018, which is a long time ago now. But know that some of us on the Dream.Us team have been where you are now. We, about 3 of us have been awarded the scholarship, and now we're working for the Dream.Us, and we're here to support you. So what you see on the screen right now is New Scholar Central. So you've been getting these onboarding emails from us. You've received 3 of 5 so far, and they all have a link to New Scholar Central. So what we're doing is we're posting those exact same emails on our website for you. So in case you lose the email or can't find it in your inbox, or you think you missed one, you can bookmark this page and you can find it all here. So one of my colleagues will drop this link in the chat for you so that you can bookmark it. And basically you can see email 1 here when we told you to save the dates for our upcoming summer events. Here we have email 2 where we sent your scholarship program guides. And email 3 you received this week telling you to join the Facebook group. So my colleagues, again, will put the Facebook link in the chat for you so you can join our Facebook group. But today we wanted to get your questions about the program guide. So I'm going to jump over here to our national program guide, and we have an opportunity program guide. So they're very similar, but please note that the policies are a little bit different for each program. So if you're with us today, maybe tell us in the chat if you're opportunity or national, so we get to know you. And let me just go through the guide real quick and we can start taking your questions. So this is practically your Bible for the Dream.Us. It'll answer about 80% of the questions you have about how the scholarship works, when you get your payment, what you need to do to get your payment, what happens with your stipend, how you get that, if you could take summer classes, if you can take a term off, if you can enroll less than full time. So all of those sort of logistical questions about college and the scholarship are all here in this guide for you. And as you can see, here's the handy table of contents that tells you right away where to go for your questions. The other thing we have in here that I want to point out is we introduce your support system, which is your scholar advisor, financial aid advisor, and ISTS. So these 2 are going to be on your campus. They are dedicated to supporting you as a Dream.Us scholar on campus, and we really want you to get to know them throughout the year, and they're going to be your best contacts on the ground at your college. As you know, ISTS you've been working with this entire time to apply, accept, all that stuff. They will also be with you throughout your college career. So I'll stop there, enough talking from me, and let's see who has questions. Again, you can put your question in the chat, raise your hand, or just come off mute. Just chat with us. We're here for you.
So a quick question, is this being live streamed in the Facebook group?
It is not. No, we haven't done that in the past.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, we have one hand raised.
Yes, that was me. I have a quick question.
Yes, go ahead.
So is the advisor that is mentioned in the packet somebody different than like our I guess like a advisor from the university, or is it the same person? Does that
Haynes,
make,
why don't you take that one?
what was that?
Sure. I'll take that question. It's a great question. So yes and no, right? So the scholar advisor that's listed in our program guide in the directory is the person who oversees the TheDream.Us scholarship program on campus. That person will be your main go-to person with most of your questions, but that person isn't your academic advisor. So your academic advisor is someone else, usually in your department, who is very familiar with your major and provides more specific guidance on completing your degree. So what classes you need to take, how many credits you might have left, and making sure you're getting to graduation on time. But this scholar advisor is someone who specifically works with our program, the TheDream.Us scholarship program. So they know all of the other scholarship recipients on campus. They might host special events just for undocumented students or for our scholarship recipients. So they serve different purposes.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course.
All right. Anyone else have any questions? You can just get off mute and ask.
So there are some questions in the chat, and there's one here, I think, especially for Elena. How do I determine if I fall in the 8,000 versus 14,000 max?
Yeah, I can definitely take that one. So all of our brand new scholars, so all of those who were just awarded, all fall under the 8,000 max per year. So it's $8,250 per year. And the reason for that is in the past, we had offered 2 different scholarship types, and this year we only offered one. So the 14,000 that you see in there is for those who were awarded between 2013 and 2022.
And as you can see in the guide, as Elena stated, we have them sort of color coded. So you're going to pay attention to 2023 and beyond. That's the cohort that you're part of. So whenever you see this header, that's the section that applies to you. Outside of that, everything else applies to you as well. But the orange is for our cohorts in the past. And I do see the other questions, Haynes. So Alejandro is asking, how early should I request a transfer to a partner school? For example, if I want to start in the fall at one partner college in Florida, but want to transfer to another partner school in spring. Elena?
Yep, so I'll take that one as well. So once the term is over, so that sort of that time period during the Christmas holidays, that's when you would go to the request form that's found in your portal, and Sedana's scrolling down to that page as quickly as she possibly can to get there. But also in your program guide here, you can see where you will go to actually make that request. So yeah, during December, you just want to make sure that you do it before that semester starts, so that we can make sure that we get you switched from one school's reports over to the other school's reports. And that is very important because that is how you get paid.
All right, so I want to give a shout out to your ISTS portal. This is also going to be something you're going to check regularly. And as Elena said, the TheDream.Us request form is on the top right-hand corner when you first log in. And in the guide, there's a list of things that you would use this request form for. So take a look at it, read through it, but it's right here in the guide on page 17. All right, so I'll take one more from the chat and then the raised hand. So I want to participate in at least one career development. How to sign up? Haynes, do you want to take that one?
Sure. All right, so we have a number of different career opportunities that you will learn about shortly through emails, through text messages. So if you are above at a freshman level, I know some of you all are coming in as continuing students. So if you are a sophomore or further along in your college career, you are likely eligible to participate in our conference grant, where we cover travel, registration fees, hotel accommodations to attend a professional conference. That information is also on our website. And then depending on the campus that you're on, your partner college may also be participating in our internship or fellowship program. So this is something you'll have to ask your scholar advisor, or they will let you know if that's available on campus, where essentially either you can find an unpaid internship or fellowship opportunity, and then the Dream.Us will fund that internship at $20 an hour for a semester. So it does depend on what campus you're at. The conference grant, on the other hand, is for any student, for any campus. It's open to all of our scholars who are eligible to receive the award. And so you'll continue to hear more about these opportunities from us, but also they don't necessarily have to be career development opportunities that we provide. There are a number of different career opportunities that you can partake in. I see Saad has here the Summer Career Series pulled up. These are virtual sessions that start on July 18th, as you can see here. Certainly sign up for these and attend these. Our fabulous colleague, Nicole, has organized panels where you'll be hearing from other TheDream.Us alumni, scholars who are making their own pathway as entrepreneurs, as business owners, who will give you some information and resources on how to become an undocumented professional. So there's many different ways you can participate in career development opportunities. Some of those are provided by us, so always be sure to pay attention to that New Scholar Central and the emails that'll come from Sadhana.
Thank you, Hayne. Yep. So pay attention to your emails. You'll start getting text messages from us soon, and the Facebook group. So all of these opportunities will be there for you. Just keep up with our communications and you'll have the chances to attend all of these things. All right, let's go to a raised hand. So Zuriel, go ahead.
Hi, good evening. I did have a question regarding I read the program guide, and it said if can I enroll less than full time. I'm currently in my program's nursing program at LaGuardia in New York City, and they tend to make the class choices for me. So they always try to make sure that they pick 2 classes for me. So I'll never get over to the full time, even though I want to get to full time. Will it be an issue with the scholarship in general, or is this like a circumstance that can still be allowed for me to keep the scholarship?
So in that case, Insad, if you wouldn't mind scrolling down to the section that says time to complete, that would be great. So what you're going to want to do is if they're only registering you for about 6 hours, and that's just me saying the minimum sort of is a 3-hour class, you still have the ability to use the scholarship for up to 3 years at one of our community colleges. And at the end of the 3 years is when you would then have to, transfer to a 4-year to continue on. So I don't know if it's one of those things where they have you taking classes, sort of every semester, including summer, which would, sort of hopefully get you, to the end of that 3 years. But that's the time frame that you have with the scholarship.
Gotcha. Thank you so much. Yeah,
You're
absolutely,
welcome.
it does. Thank you.
All right, I'll take one from the chat and then go to the other raised hand. So, Elena, does the Dream.Us contact our college to let them know who their new scholars are, or do the scholars have to let them know?
So we don't contact them and say, hey, here's, your new scholars. All of our partner colleges have access to reports that we have created for them, and they're able to go in and run their reports and see during the application period who is applying and selecting their school as, the partner college of choice. And then they're able to go in after everyone has been awarded and accepted their scholarship and see who is on their reports. Now, while the schools do have the ability to go in and run that, it's also a good idea to contact your scholar advisor and the financial aid advisor and just go ahead and introduce yourself. So it's not that you have to do it, but it is suggested that you just go ahead and introduce yourself so they know who you are, they'll get to know your name, and things like that.
Thank you, Elena. All right, let's go to the raised hand. Is it Gaika? Sorry if I'm saying your name incorrectly.
No, you nailed it perfectly. Yep.
Okay.
So it's a question going off of that. Is there a way to contact the school advisor and the financial aid advisor before we start on campus, or like and at the partner college, or do we have to wait till the semester starts?
No, you can go ahead and do it now. So
Okay.
there where Sedona has the showing you the links to the
Yeah.
directory, you can go ahead and pull that up now, see who it is. I will say, since we are in summer, just know a lot of folks take vacation during this time because the fact that, you know, they try to be there during the fall and spring semesters. So you may hit an out of office, or, you know, it just may take them a little bit longer to get back to you because they might only be working half days and things like that during the summer. So just if you don't hear back from them right away, just give them a little bit of patience, or, you know, just have a little bit of patience. They will eventually get back to you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I literally I missed the link, so I'm sorry about that. Thank you.
No worries.
No worries. That's
did
why
have
we
one
have
more-
these events.
Yes, I had one more question if you don't mind.
Yes.
ahead.
So I was reading on the program as well that there was a stipend for I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, for like books and like commuting fees and stuff like that. How would one, I guess, like receive that? I'm just curious.
So it's going to be different at every one of our partner colleges. So I know, since you did say that you've, you know, already read through the guide, you saw that the scholarship funds don't typically come in until about midterm. That is also when your stipend arrives. So it is sent at the exact same time that we send your scholarship award. And then every school handles the distribution of that award differently. Some will go ahead in the very beginning and give you basically credit at the school's bookstore so that you can, you know, go to the bookstore, charge, you know, your books that way. And then when the stipend comes in, basically they use those funds to pay that amount. Others will go ahead and release it to you once it arrives, either by direct deposit or by check, depending upon how you have your account set up. So that's one of those good questions for the financial aid advisor that we have listed in that guide, for you to just, you know, check with them, you know, as you introduce yourself and say, you know, hey, would just love to learn more about how the stipends are handled at our school.
Sounds awesome. Thank you so much again. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yep. Thank you. All right. So let's see. Alejandra's asking again, what if she wants to take more credits that would go over her 8250 award per year? And if she wants to take summer classes because she's trying to fast track her graduation?
Gotcha. In that case, I would say, Alejandra, you want to make sure that you basically have the ability to cover that yourself. Once you sort of hit that overload credit hour and things like that, the scholarship is not going to cover that. And because of that, there's also, where Sedona has it there on the screen now, there are 3 caps on your scholarship award. So it's never going to be more than the actual cost of tuition and fees that your school reports to us. It will never be more than the maximum. So if your tuition and fees are greater than the term maximum, you'll only receive the term maximum. And then the final one there is, it will never be more than your unmet need. After we look at if you're getting other outside scholarships, if you're receiving institutional aid from your school, and things like that. So just outside of what tuition and fees are reported, just so you kind of understand the difference between that and what the unmet need is. If your overall cost of attendance for the school is $21,000 for the year, and in institutional aid, maybe state aid, if you're in one of our states where you're eligible to receive state aid, you're receiving other scholarships, and that totals $19,000 that you have coming in for the year, your unmet need is $2,000. So you will not get more than $2,000 from us for the year.
All right, great. And we do encourage you, if you live in a state where there's state aid for undocumented students, you must apply for state aid, and you must apply for any other scholarships that may be available to you. So it's not like you get the TheDream.Us and you can't apply to anything else. We actively encourage you to apply to as many that are available to you, so that you can have those extra funds to cover when you maybe go over your balance, or maybe if your stipend is not enough, you need some more supplies, things like that, you will have to think about covering that yourself. And then for summer classes, so my colleague Kane is answering some of your questions in the chat, so she'll do that. But I just want to point out for summer classes, there is a list right in here for all of the colleges where you can use your award for summer classes. So come to page 12, here's the list. If your school is on this list, then yes, you'll be able to use your award for summer classes. It'll be deducted from your overall award. But yes, that's a way to fast track your graduation. So Alejandra definitely is on the right track there. And then let's see, next question. All right, Sarah's asking, I see that the requirements are 12 credits. I'm currently enrolled in 5 classes, but 2 are labs, so it only shows 11 credits. Do I still need to enroll to 1 more class to reach the 12 credits? No, Sarah, you don't have to. So as in the guide right here, we encourage you to be full-time, but we know sometimes it doesn't always work out like that. So we do have a question here, can I enroll less than full-time? So yes, you can be under 12 credits, but just keep in mind, as Elena was saying before, you do have a time to complete your degree. So you want to be able to be taking enough credits per term, per semester to get to completing your degree in the amount of time that you have. And also so you don't run out of funds. So you're all good with 11 credits. But again, you would make sure that you're talking to your scholar advisor so they can help you with overall completing your degree with your award and the time. All right, let's see. And Hayne has dropped the directory in the chat, so you can go there and filter to find your scholar advisors. Let's see. Is there a stipend for the scholarship recipient? Yes. So all of our national scholars receive a stipend except for those attending Purdue Global online. So if you are an online student, you do not receive the stipend, but everyone else does, yes. And that section is here in the guide. It'll tell you what you have to do to get it and how do you need to make sure that you get it as well. All right, let's see. Oh, Cesar is asking, would this reporting be available? Yes. So right here on your new Scholar Central page that you've bookmarked, you're going to come right down here to the bottom. And you'll see that I have the June 7th recording, the June 4th recording, and then this one, I'll put this up tomorrow. So you have all 3 recordings of our office hours. So you can go back to them. The previous 2 are only 30 minutes each. So you can go back to them real quick and watch them, and maybe a question is answered there as well. Let's see. Yes, Hayne is saying they're all on our YouTube channel as well. That's right. Follow us on YouTube or subscribe to us on YouTube, and you will get notified whenever we post recordings of all the events and virtual things that we have going on. All right, let's see. Catherine is asking, when will the scholarship show up in our financial aid awards? And will it be the 8250 as stated in the guide? And she's in Illinois. Elena?
So unfortunately, that is not a question that I am able to answer because every one of our partner colleges handles that differently. So that would also be another question for your financial aid advisor. If they were to put that amount in there, it's a placeholder because your actual award amount is not determined until we receive enrollment information from your school. So every term, your school provides us with the enrollment for every single one of our scholars attending their school. And so they send us a big list, let us know, hey, this person's enrolled in 15 credits, this one's enrolled in 9, here's what their tuition and fees are. And then from that information, that is how we determine what your award will actually be for the term. So that's why I can't fully answer that question because, you know, it's up, each school handles that differently and how they sort of pre-post that you have, you know, the scholarship coming in.
Yep. And right here on page 9, it says that your financial aid office is going to send you emails. These are like, you know, template stock emails that says that your tuition is due. And they're going to give you a deadline and they're going to tell you, you know, all of this stuff. So we put right in here, do not panic. So as part of you having a scholar advisor and a financial aid advisor, they already know the drill of how our scholarship works. And they're able to put your classes that you signed up for, that you enrolled in, on hold so that you can continue to have that as the semester starts. And they are going to know that they have to submit your tuition and fees to us before they can then get the funds from ISTS. So when you get those emails from financial aid, do not panic. Don't think that your classes are going to be dropped, that kind of thing. Just make sure you are, like Elena said, you're working with your scholar advisor or financial aid advisor. So they already know that this is in the works and they know that you're on the list. So things like that. All right, let's see. This is great. You all have excellent questions. So this is supposedly supposed to be for 30 minutes. But however, if you have more questions, we're willing to stay on and help you for a little bit more. Let's see. So Alejandra asks, is the 8250 also includes the stipend?
The 8250 does not include the stipend. The 8250 is your award amount, and then the stipend is in addition to that. And the stipend for those at a school that's on a semester basis, it's $750 each semester. For those at our quarter schools, it's $500 each semester.
Yep. All right, next question. All right, so Zuriel says he found, they found their college advisor and financial aid advisor. That's great. Yes, introduce yourself. What kind of resources or assistance can they provide so we can utilize them? Hayne, do you want to take that one?
Take that. Yeah, so it depends on what you're looking for, right? If you want to learn more about if you need additional funds to support your college journey, you can ask about additional scholarships that may be available to you. If you're looking to connect with a community on campus who might be in your same major, if you want to look at student clubs, you might want to ask about that. So it really depends just what you're looking for. If you're looking for career development opportunities, you can certainly ask your scholar advisor about that. We suggest to be specific just so that your advisor can really understand what you're looking for and help you out in the best way possible.
And sort of to piggyback on that, the best way possible may mean that they send you to someone else. So when it comes to career support, your scholar advisor might not have all the information and they might send you to the career placement office. So just know the as Hayden mentioned, as much information as you can possibly give them will help them determine whether it's a question that they can definitely answer for you and point you in the right direction, or if they need to send you to someone else so that you actually get the correct information that you need.
Perfect. All right. Anyone else want to come off mute and ask a question? Go ahead, Elizabeth.
Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So I had a quick question. Sorry, I'm in work. I'm in my break right now. Sorry. So can we take online classes, or do we have to attend the actual? Do we actually have to be in person taking classes? Because I'm attending the University of Utah, but it's a little bit far from where I live. And I'm actually having car issues right now, so it's going to be a little bit hard to get a new car and everything like that. So is there any way that I can take online classes and then some of them I can take them in person?
Yeah, what I would say with that, Elizabeth, is you definitely want to talk to your scholar advisor and even your academic advisor to make sure that the classes that they are offering online will actually count towards your degree. That's going to be the most important. So I would definitely say to, set up a meeting with them, go over all of that just to make sure that you're not signing up for a class that then won't ultimately count.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, Paula, go ahead.
Hi, so I was speaking in the chat, and like I said, I'm transferring and possibly starting on use on the university on spring 2024. But like I said, I'm scared that because I talked to the advisor of the dream from the college that I'm in, and she told me the same thing. Like she told me like, oh, just send the form at the end of the fall semester, like 2 weeks later or something like that. But if I do it, are they gonna still like be able to, pay for my semester on spring? Because like that's what worries me the most. I don't know if I'm
Yeah, Paula, yeah, it's nothing that you need to worry about as long as you're filling it out basically in December, because your school is not even going to start looking at sending us the information until after the ad drop period. So they're going to let everybody register, get going in classes, and make sure that everybody's schedule is solidified before they even send anything to us, which is why the funds don't even arrive typically till mid-semester, because there's the processes that they do on their end for all of that before getting that information over to us for us to then turn around and send the money out.
Oh, okay. So they will be able to process all of that before the deadlines of the money,
Absolutely. Because off the top of my head, I think they have until the end of February to even send that information to us. And most of the time you're starting, in early January. So yeah, nothing to worry about there. The only thing that I would again suggest is if you do end up transferring mid-semester like that, once you fill out that form, even though it's over the holidays and people will be out of the office, go ahead and send an email to the new scholar advisor at the school that you're transferring to. And again, just sort of introduce yourself. So again, they know that they have somebody that's coming in mid-semester.
Oh, okay. And how can I find my scholar advisor for a school? Because I have the one that I'm in right now, but like you said, I should send the email for the one that I'm going next.
Yep, you'll find it in the same exact place. So they're in the program guide. There's the links to the directory, and it's the same thing. You'll just look for the folks at the new school, and then Hayne also just dropped the link in the chat box.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, Erica, go ahead.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm a new scholar and I have like several questions. Like for example, when I applied to the scholarship, I put like right now I'm enrolled in MDC, Miami-Dade College, but like as Miami-Dade College have several campuses like Pajon, Kendall, Homestead, and I want to like change programs. So right now I'm finishing my AA with pre-nursing, but I want to put on like another program on another campus from the same MDC. So does that counts as like a transfer, or like, because like they asked me where like the partner college and the campus I was going on the application, so I don't know if I have to like transfer or the same MDC. Yeah.
No, within Miami-Dade, it would not be considered a transfer. The reason we ask for the campus, and we have folks that are at multiple campuses. So we have some, folks who take classes at, the different ones. So that's just really more for us to kind of get an idea of, how many scholars we have within each campus. But yeah, nothing that you would have to do as far as a transfer.
Okay. No, yeah, because like apparently with all the careers that I have, I'm about to graduate hopefully this end of the year with my AA, but like as I'm gonna like to continue with the other program, for example, an associate in science, which would be like sonography, but like I didn't know if it will count too in the medical campus in MDC. So like It's like all together, right?
Yes,
Okay. Thank you.
you're welcome.
All right, and I see Elizabeth. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I'm bothering. But
No,
okay.
no, that's what we're here
So I
for.
had another question. I should have asked it. I was asking the other question. Anyways, so do you guys know of any like other financial aid that I can like apply to? Just because I'm looking into student loans and I don't want to go into student loans, really. It's not a good path to take. But right now I'm just seeing if I want to go and live in Salt Lake City, and that's going to be an expensive move for me. So I was wondering if you guys know of any even any other type of financial aid, or I guess yeah, just anything like that.
Gotcha. So SOD has a website pulled up there on her page. So Immigrants Rising, and they have a huge list of other scholarship and fellowship opportunities for both graduate and undergrad. So just in the future, know that, if you're looking for graduate programs, there's scholarships, that are out there available for you. But for right now, for undergraduate, they have a huge list. You can do all sorts of filters on it, things like that. But I would also suggest, Elizabeth, to talk to your financial aid or scholarships office and see if they have anything that you qualify for through scholarships through them on campus.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, I haven't been able to get a hold of them for some reason. I have an appointment tomorrow with somebody. Hopefully, there is an office, because I've been trying to contact them even through Instagram, through email, and like through their phone number, but I don't know why it doesn't work. But actually, in Weaver State University, they were the ones contacting me. They were actually keeping up with me, and it was good, and they were actually like telling me to apply to other scholarships too. So in that sense, I kind of messed up, because I should have maybe gone for Weaver State University, but it's even further than Salt Lake City, so it's like 2 hours away from here. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
we
I'm worried
understand.
about. Thank you guys. Thank you.
You're welcome. And don't worry, if you're part of our Facebook group, you'll be getting lots of scholarships. We're going to drop a lot of resources, things that are coming up that you can apply for. It's going to be a lot of resources coming at you in the Facebook group. Some of your fellow scholars will be sharing as well. So we got you. We'll keep you informed. All right, Alejandra, go ahead.
Hi, thank you for answering all of my million questions. I appreciate it. So I just want to confirm that I understood correctly, right? The previous question that you answered, Elena. So just to confirm, if I go over the 8250 for spring and fall semesters, summer term wouldn't be covered, right? Because that's like my max annual award.
So this is where we like to, I'm just going to say, confuse people. So because the scholarship cannot be used at a number of our partner colleges, when we talk about the annual award is strictly fall and spring. If you are at a partner college where the scholarship can be used for summer, that doesn't fall under that 8250 mark. Just know that it comes out of your overall scholarship award. So the reason we have that sort of set at that max of 8250 is that basically gets you 4 years of funding at the maximum. But if you're at one of our schools, like in Florida is not as expensive to attend, and so it's not going to eat up your funds in 4 years. So you would still have the ability to use funds over the summer. Like I said, I know it's a little confusing, sort of when we put that in there, but it is because There are a number where the number of schools where the scholarship cannot be used during the summer. So we just sort of say the annual max is the $8,250 for fall and spring. Did that help with that question any at all?
Yeah, it did. The reason as to why I touched base again was because Hayne answered my question on the chat, but then I was a little bit confused as to like, okay, can I still use it because I'm in Florida? Like I just wasn't sure, you know, like because I'm doing the math and I'm adding up, you know, my tuition and stuff to make sure that I'm on track. So okay, so for me, it would just be the same process. Like they would just apply the scholarship during my summer term at FIU.
Yes, and it'll just come out of your overall scholarship award max, which is where, you know, your fall and spring comes out as well. So it just comes out of the total. So
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right. And for anyone else who may want to take summer courses, attending one of these colleges, right here also has the steps you need to take. Basically, you just notify your advisors that you're taking summer classes, so they know to then send that tuition to us so we can get it paid for you. So just come here to this page, make sure you're covering all your bases and doing what you're supposed to do for summer classes. All right. Anyone else want to come off mute? I see Maribel has a question. If you want to come off mute, if you're comfortable, you can ask or drop it in the chat. Oh, she just put it in there. All right, great. Question about debt and my MPLIT on hold because I tried going to college a few years back and now I'm not able to apply to any. Will I lose my scholarship if I don't get into the fall semester? I think, yes, I think you reached out to me, Maribel. The other person hasn't replied and I'm just trying to get this fixed ASAP. Okay, Maribel, are you in New York? Are you in the CUNY system? I think I did talk to you. Oh, okay. Yes. All right. So yes, Hayne is your contact person. Keep in mind, we are managing thousands of scholars, so you will not get a reply right away. We appreciate your patience from us. If you happen to email Elena or Hayne or any one of my other colleagues, we are managing a lot of scholars, so just be patient with us. All right. So Elena or Hayne, I don't know if you have any help right now for this. So basically they were in college before and they had a balance and they still owe that fund to the college and they're not able to enroll for fall.
Gotcha. So one thing, Hayne, and you can jump in if you need to, but I was just going to say, just sort of for everybody, once you're awarded the scholarship, you have the ability to start in the fall semester or the spring semester. So for us, it's as long as you start by spring 2024, you get to keep your scholarship. If you end up not enrolling in either of those terms, at that point is when we withdraw the scholarship. And then Hayne, I don't know if you want to touch base on anything as far as maybe who she needs to talk to and maybe work out anything on her outstanding balance or not.
Yeah. Again, I would just probably say the same thing, which is you'd probably want to speak to your scholar advisor first to see if there's anything that can be done for the previous balance. Depending on what semester it was for, you know, it could be that you might be able to get state aid retroactively applied to your account. I know some of our scholars have been able to do that, retroactively apply for the DREAM Act and get state aid. So that'll also be dependent on your situation for what semester the balance is for and what the school might be able to do to help you.
All right, she's asking if anyone has had this issue before.
We have had scholars awarded the scholarship that have come in who have had outstanding balances with their schools. And so that's another, you know, reason why it's great that we give you until the spring semester to start. So, you know, if you have the ability to, you know, earn some funds, you know, during the summer and fall to sort of cover that balance, and then you're able to start by spring and keep your scholarship.
And again, take that link from Immigrants Rising so you can sort of search through there to see what scholarships you can apply to get those extra funds before you can get into college for spring. All right, so Cesar is asking, okay, you're looking at your portal and you see that it says eligible, not enrolled new scholar as of most recent payment or renewal form. When will this be updated by ISTS? Elena?
So that will actually be updated by us once right now. So that's the status for everybody that was just awarded the scholarship. So eligible means you have the scholarship and it's active. The new scholar is just letting everyone on our team know, as well as at the partner colleges know, that you were just awarded the scholarship. And then the reason we have the not enrolled, we just sort of standardize that across the board, because you have not enrolled, even if you have enrolled in previous semesters, you have not enrolled since having the scholarship. So that's just sort of our standard information there. So if you enroll this summer, it will end up getting updated to eligible, enrolled, and current. And then if you don't enroll this summer, you enroll in the fall, that's what it will be updated to. Most of those updates, again, because we don't get the enrollment information until, sort of early to mid term. I shouldn't say early. When I say early, I'm meaning, middle term or just before. And so once we have that information, we're then able to take it and do those updates. So it may be closer to the end of the semester before you do see your status change.
Yep. And again, another link you want to bookmark is your ISTS Scholar portal. We have an example here in the guide. It's going to give you all this information. So the total amount that you've had in the award, how much has already been used, when the last payment was made. So this is a good resource as well. And it's great to be talking to your scholar advisor or financial advisor with this information as well. All right, we have another hand raised. Kenya, go ahead.
Hi, yes. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much for providing this a scholarship to undocumented folks like us. I really do appreciate giving us an opportunity. And I want to ask regards to the previous question. I just like all of us, I got the scholarship. My only concern is I didn't get accepted to the school that I wanted to attend to. I did apply to a couple of schools and submitted I believe it's called the exception form. And I'm wondering how long do I have or how do I say, maintain the scholarship?
As long, yeah, it does.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you are able to enroll by the spring semester,
Okay.
then you will keep the scholarship. And we have some of those situations where a scholar may apply to the school and the school has already sort of hit their max for how many people they're going to admit for the fall. And so they say,
Mm-hmm.
You've been accepted, but you can't start until the spring.
Mm-hmm.
So that's also why we sort of have that, caveat to the scholarship of you can start in either the fall term or the spring term of the year that you were awarded for.
Mm-hmm. And second question is, let's say I do get accepted for the spring semester. Will I get in contact with you guys as well with the folks at the institution?
So as if it's the same school that you selected when you accepted the scholarship, then nothing you have to do with us. At that point, it would just be, reach out to the scholar advisor, financial aid advisor, sort of introduce yourself. If it is that you end up getting into one of the other schools that you applied to, you would need to fill out the request form and let us know that we need to transfer your scholarship. So that way you'll show up on the new school's reports so that they know to request money for you.
Okay, and who do I contact? Is there contact information in the portal to reach out to you guys directly, or just to the Dream.Us support?
Nope. So you don't need to email them at all. You just need to go to the portal there and actually fill out the form. That's what lets us know.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you so much for answering my question.
Yep, you're welcome.
All right. Wow, you all have great questions. And that means you're going to be off to the perfect start when you get to college. So we really appreciate you taking the time to be with us. So we have about 10 minutes left. If anyone still has a question, if you want to come off mute, if you just want to chat, Hayne has been putting a lot of links in the chat for you. Make sure you grab those. Make sure you read your guide thoroughly, and you can still contact us if you have questions.
I'm about to head out, but I just wanted to say again, thank you so much, just for everything. I really appreciate your help.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right. If anyone doesn't have anything else, we'll go ahead and close it there. So thank you all again for attending. You will be seeing us a lot more over the summer, and you'll get to learn all about the scholarship before you start. So don't panic. Don't panic right now. All right, let's see. Oh, there is one question that came in from Maria. Does the scholarship cover on-campus housing and meal plans or just tuition?
Maria, it covers just the tuition. So
Yeah.
that's where it would be good to look at that list from Immigrants Rising to see if there are any scholarships out there that do cover housing. You know, if housing is something that you would need for on campus, definitely take a look and see if there's something that you can apply to for that. And double check with your school too. See if your school has any scholarship opportunities for on-campus housing.
Yes. If I can give one advice to you all as a former scholar myself, talk to everyone, ask all the questions, make yourself known on campus. That's basically what I did. And I was able to do a lot of cool things and get some really cool opportunities. So don't be afraid to put yourself out there. And, you know, being part of this program is a safe space. Your college campuses are safe spaces for you as well. The Facebook group is really resourceful. So we look forward to seeing you there over the summer and when you start. Thank you very much for joining. Have a great rest of your evening. Thanks to Elena and Hayne for helping us out. Bye, everyone.
Bye.